Dr. Erica joins us in studio from St. Vincent Healthcare, and today we're talking about concussions. Now, the fall sports season is here, so we thought it'd be important to touch on this.
It is.
So let's start off with, what are concussions?
So a concussion is an injury to the brain. It's a type of traumatic brain injury, or TBI, that results from a hit or a blow to the head, to the brain, and causes the brain damage. It can also be caused from, quick movements of the brain, so like whiplash, or even if you don't hit your head on the ground, you can still get a concussion from that. And it causes the damage to the brain tissue itself that can cause a little bit of swelling or shear injury as well. No bleeding, otherwise then you kind of accelerate into a bigger brain injury.
Yeah, and what are some of the symptoms?
So the symptoms can be a variety. You can get physical symptoms like you can see on the screen right now with the headache or the vision changes or the dizziness or the nausea or the vomiting, but also cognitive things like attention or concentration issues or just feeling really slow or groggy. Social and emotional, really kind of mood lability or feeling more emotional than normal, feeling more irritable. And then sleep problems, either too sleepy or having a hard time sleeping enough, can all be symptoms of a concussion.
And where do we go from there as far as treatment goes?
Right. So if you or, if you are a coach, or if you're an educator, if you're a parent, and a kid gets what you think is a concussion, they need to stay out of the sport immediately. Right after the injury, they need to remove from the sport, not return to the sport that day. It really takes 24 to 48 hours for just even mild concussions to get better. And a lot of times concussions can last for several days or even weeks. And so if you do have a concussion, you stay out of it right away. You make an appointment with your healthcare provider. Within a few days, if you're noticing that the symptoms are starting to improve, then we want you to get back to really non-strenuous activities, gradually introducing into that. The main point is that this is an injury to the brain, just like an injury to your ankle. If you sprain your ankle, you're not going to go back to the sport right then and there. You need to slowly reintroduce and make sure that you're not getting those symptoms. If you are getting those symptoms, then you've gone too far and you need to back off a little bit more. That means avoiding video games and a lot of bright lights and a lot of loud noises, and just rest until the brain gets better. And this is particularly important because, and especially in teenagers, if they experience a second injury to the brain while their brain is still recovering from a first concussion, that can be very serious in terms of long-term sequelae. That can be, cognitive issues, dementia issues later on, and it can actually be fatal. There are some rare but possible conditions where you get an injury after you're already healing, and it can cause significant brain swelling and damage. So, I refer people to cdc.gov heads up. It has a lot of information for all, parents or educators or patients themselves or coaches or trainers. If you just have any questions about what to do or tips to do or how to recognize a concussion, I think the more we recognize these and treat them appropriately right away, the less long-term consequences we're going to have, and people can stay in the game and be healthy and active and safe.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Erica. Appreciate it. We'll be back after this break.